thought that Garen Justice did a good job of recruiting offensive line prospects while he was here.
Yeah.
So the fact that we have a whole bunch of young dudes with a lot of talent, in my opinion. I think we have a lot of raw talent on the offensive line. You know, offensive line is a big boy position. It's not the type of thing that like an 18-year-old can walk onto campus and start throwing around a 22-year-old defensive lineman, right?
No, not usually.
Yeah, that's a rarity. That's more the exception than the rule. But I actually liked our O-line recruiting class last year. It didn't really bother me that you didn't see much of an impact immediately. I think that's pretty typical. But my point is that I don't think that Garen Justice left the cupboard bare for Coach Mirabal. And so I'm actually excited to see, this fully revamped coaching staff. I think that they're going to have some stuff to work with. I would hope. So I do have a pretty bright outlook on the offensive line. I do think that, a year from now, 2 years from now, we'll see a huge progression from 2019 to the 2020 or 2023 season. Like that type of run. I think we'll see steady improvement every year. So
how big is it, not only to have Mirabal, but to have your head coach as an offensive line guru himself? I mean, that's what gives me the hope for a little bit of quicker turnaround, because our head coach is going to prioritize what he's going to prioritize. It ain't no damn secret. He wants to run the ball, and he wants to get the offensive line straight. If we can do that, we make TVD's job even easier. And that's where Gattis comes into play, especially. I was blown away by what Gattis did last year, guys. Absolutely blown away, for the simple fact that Michigan lost their only and best deep threat on passing during the middle of that season. That's not an easy thing for an offense to try to figure around and you can't spread the field anymore, basically. So him coming together and designing these short plays that got guys open and got guys going for yards after the catch got me really excited, because it showed that he knows how to get the ball out of a quarterback's hands quickly. He knows how to do it in ways that get positive yards. Not when you just throw it out and your guy gets popped and he's down. Gattis showed me that he could change on the fly, and guess what? Changing on the fly won him the Broyles Award. So that means right there that we didn't even see the guy that he was even planning on being himself. He had to become someone totally different. Now just wait to see Gattis as Gattis at Miami with the tools that we have. I think it was a freaking awesome hire, honestly.
Yeah, man. That is crazy. That was kind of the moment where like all of my anxiety just went away. Because I had some anxiety. I was pumped that we got Cristobal. We'd talked about it on here. I was also a big Lane Kiffin supporter. After all is said and done, I will happily admit that Cristobal was the right guy. If we're having this type of financial buy-in, like, Cristobal was the right guy to build a program from the ground up. Like, Kiffin wasn't going to do that for us. He was going to maximize what we had if we were still strapped financially. But anyways, I digress. And now I lost. Oh yeah. So I was getting antsy about the lack of coordinators, all that stuff through signing day. Once we signed Josh Gattis, it was just like, all right, I can happily go watch the NBA and not even worry about the Canes for a few months, man. Like, we're in good hands. It's all good. No stress. And I haven't had stress, man. Like, when I see people on Twitter, they're just like worried about, depth chart stuff. It's just like, dude, I'm good. I'm good for now. And it's a good feeling. I've never felt this way as a Canes fan.
You trust the coaches. I mean, when you outright trust a coach and a coaching staff, it changes your perception on the entire event going on. There's no other way to look at it in that fashion.
Yep.
Like we mentioned, these incredible coaches that they added around to kind of make it as a whole, to make it a whole, not just a good head coach, but to make it a whole staff.